Hello rainbows, welcome back to my channel. I say this in like every video, but I've been meaning to do this video for a really long time. It's been like months. Finally, today I'm doing it. So some of you may or may not know there's a company out there online called Beautonomy. Basically what this does is it allows you to create your own custom-made eyeshadow palettes. You can choose everything from the graphics of the palette, the shade names, the inside colors of the palette. You can pick exactly what shades you want in the range, 4-pan, 6-pan, whatever. You can pretty much design your own palette using their products. So you can rename their own shadows into something magical for yourself. So I did it. I actually purchased one of the boxes. As I said, I've had this for a really long time, and I think since me ordering this and now, like, their company has really boomed. I received an email from them saying, oh, you know, we apologize, we've been swamped with orders, we didn't expect this much demand, you know, there might be a delay in getting your palettes. Thankfully for me there wasn't any delay, but it seems like, you know, since me ordering, it's really kind of picked up. So I guess I'm glad I ordered when I did. And even now, looking on their website, it says own your own shop. That's right, you can own your own makeup shop right here on beautonomy.com. Okay, that was not there when I ordered. So maybe this is kind of like people can purchase your palettes that you create. I don't know. Let me have a look. Wow, design and sell your palettes in your very own Beautonomy store. Maybe I should do this. I don't even know what the products are like first, so I've got to make sure it's a good product, okay? I'm going to have to research this more. The palettes arrived. I've had a little bit of a look, but I haven't actually put the whole palette together. Haven't even swatched any of the shades or anything like that. So let's just explore this together. So basically, this is how it looks. This is how everything came. You've got this little thing here, tells you kind of how to do it. It says remove your shades from their packaging, place the shades, and then you're pretty much ready to go. So it is like a magnetic kind of palette. So me being me, like, I did not know how to package this. I didn't really know what design I wanted. I was like, nah. Thinking back now, I'm like, oh my god, I should have made a Harry Potter one. I should have done like a rainbow something. But yeah, at the time I was just like, nah, I've got a logo. Let's just use my logo. So it's really kind of boring. So this is how it looks. Jade Madden logo on the back is just these little kind of gold and black dots. For some reason it's white here, so maybe I made a mistake and I didn't actually specify that I wanted this to be black, because that would have been really nice to actually have this part black. I can't even remember if this was an option, but yeah, I was kind of like, oh damn. Oh no, I just scratched one of the shades. So I've already put a few shades in here just to kind of see. One thing that was a little bit disappointing was, yes, obviously the shades do come in their own individual packaging like this. However, the shade names on here are their own shade names. So obviously I don't expect them to rename these packaging with the shade names that I created, but at the same time, because it has been a little while for me, even from ordering to receiving this, it was still a little while, and I'd kind of forgotten what order I put things in and what particular shades went with what name. So that was kind of frustrating because I didn't take a screenshot of anything, and I went back onto their website to try and have a look at my custom, you know, palette. Nothing was there. Looked back through my emails, there was no kind of screen grabs or anything of what I named the shadows in what order. So I was a little bit like, oh damn, like, okay, but that's okay. So they all do come individually packaged like this, and then you have to actually put it into the palette yourself. Nothing wrong with that, but if you guys are going to do this yourself, I'd recommend, once you're happy with your finished palette design, take a screenshot so you remember what order things go in. This is a 8-pan palette. It does come with a mirror. The packaging itself, yeah, it's sturdy, but I'm not going to say it's like the best quality packaging. It does seem like a little bit kind of flimsy. It's kind of cardboardy, so, you know, not the best packaging. Here is the mirror, and again, you get to design what you want. You can have a little logo there, and I just put slay time. You can tell I really thought this out. I was just, yeah. And then you get to obviously name your shades. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to put all the shades in here. You can already see some of them that I've picked. So I'm going to put the whole palette together if I can remember how it goes, and then we'll get into showing you guys. So all of the ones, once you open the packaging, they are just in this little kind of unicarton thing like this. Quite well packaged, all taped together, and they are little magnetic ones. Ooh, They just pop in like that. Palette is put together. Are you guys ready to see? Okay, so here it is. I have scratched one already. Great. So at the time when I did make this, they didn't really have that many kind of colors to choose from. They had like, I think 3 or so different formulas, but not like an insane amount of color range. It was hard to try and like pick the exact colors I wanted and limit, you know, the palette, but I think I did pretty well. So in here there are 4 matte shades and 4 kind of shimmery, pigmenty, glittery shades. So we'll talk about the shades and I'll tell you guys why I chose those particular names for the shades. So the first one we have here is Whoa Man. So this is like a kind of personal joke with me and Lee. I don't even know how to explain it. Like if we see some woman doing something crazy, or if I myself do something crazy, this sounds, I'm so gonna get this wrong explaining it. We're like, whoa man, it's a woman, because it spells woman, but if you break it down to whoa man, it's a woman. I'm not making any sense, but anyway, yeah, that is it's like a personal joke of ours. It's like, whoa man, it's a woman, look out. Oh, you guys are so gonna be confused, but oh well, it makes sense to me and Lee. Anyway, so the next one in here is called Ralphie. This is named after obviously Hazel. Her middle name is Ralph, after my grandfather who passed away. So Ralphie is kind of her little nickname, even though she gets hazelnut most of the time. Then we've got Bill's Bowls. So if you guys don't know who Bill is, Bill! This is Bill. Most of you may know him. He's been around for a while. Hey mate, hey? Which I just thought was hilarious because me and Leo are always like, he's got the biggest balls ever. The next shade is called BGA. I'm not gonna explain that one too much. You guys will know BGA if you know BGA. It doesn't need an explanation, but you either know it or you don't. So yes, go BGA. The next one is Milky, and I called it this shade because it kind of reminded me of breast milk. Like I saw an image, it's so random, I know. I saw an image a while back of breast milk under a microscope and it was kind of white and glittery, and I was like, okay, cool, so Milky. Then we've got Holy Bowls, because Holy Bowls, it looks bright. The name fits. Next one we've got is I Open at the Close. Fitting again, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about. There's no saving it. I'm sorry, I'm disappointed. And then the last one is Wicked Sticks, which again, this is kind of like not a personal joke, but I remember years and years ago, I feel like I came up with this word, but Lee always says, no, I invented it. This is like, I'm talking easy, like 10, 11, 12 years ago. And I remember, you know, back in the day when you used to make your own CDs for your car and put music on it and, you know, write what you called it. And I called my CD Wicked Sticks. And the next thing I was in Lee's car and he's like, I came up with this name, you stole my CD. I'm like, no, I didn't. So yeah, that's, I don't know if it's got another meaning, but to us it's kind of like, oh cool, awesome, blah, blah, blah. Wicked Sticks. Yes. All right, so they are all of the 8 shades. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyes and then we will get into doing the video. I can't even remember how much I paid for this. I'm gonna try and have a look online. I think it was something, it was around $50, something like that, maybe a little bit more shipping. God, I got this in like, it was before easy. This was probably the start of November that I got this palette, because then I remember at the kind of Black Friday sales or whatever, it was on special, like the customized palettes were like 40% off. I'm like, damn it. All right, so I'm just gonna prime my eyes and I'll be back and we can start the video. First shade I'm gonna dip in with is Ralphie. Seems to pick up a fair bit on the brush. Let me zoom you guys in. Raise this up, hello. Oh, that's better, God. So I'm going to do this into the crease. Don't mind my eyebrows as well, guys. I'm getting them done soon. Heading down to Perth for a girls' weekend with Mum and Hazel. My mum is getting her eyebrows microbladed at Thistle and Rose, who did mine, so I'm so excited for her. Yeah, I'm getting mine waxed and tinted there as well, so I've been growing them out. I really like the color. It does seem to have quite a bit of payoff, and definitely if you add more, like it does get intense quite quickly. So you can definitely add a lot more and you can see that little blob here, so it does get more intense, which is good. All right, I'm gonna go in with Woman, same brush, and I am just going to start to blend this out towards the crease. So I do just like to get a kind of more silky canvas over that area, and then dip back in with Ralphie and the Woman and blend that out. So yeah, these shadows, so far I've only used the matte ones. They seem to work well. I like that you can build the intensity, but also with blending, they don't really disappear. Well, so far they haven't disappeared into nothing. I was going to challenge myself to see if I could use all of these shades, but I don't think I can get them all in one look. I don't know. All right, now I'm gonna try out Holy Balls, the brightest one. I'm still using the same brush. I do just want to add a little bit more kind of warmth, I guess, to that Ralphie. Wow, it is bright. Look at that. Like, even just a tiny pop, it has like transformed this. So far I am happy with like the consistency of the product, the pigmentation. I'm not having any fallout. I'm not tapping my brush off. As you guys know, I don't like to do that. Why waste good product when you don't have to? Holy balls. So now I am going to go in with Bill's Bowls. So this is the, I guess, the darkest shade. I'm still using the same brush. So yeah, I wanted to have a dark matte color. It's not pure black, but it is still quite dark and pigmented, which is good. This is the first one that may blend away into nothing. I'm not sure. Like texture wise, it may. I'm gonna dip back into Holy Balls and just help that blend out while not covering up that kind of orange color. If I can get all these shades on, it will be good. I really want to see what they all work like together, you know. I don't want to do like too much darkness because I want to keep as much lid space free as I can. I'm not going to cut the crease. You could if you really wanted to, but I'm just like, nah, I can't. In all honesty, I can't be bothered. I'm getting lazy, guys. I'm getting lazy. All right, so I'm thinking I could maybe squeeze all these colors in. Screw it, let's try it, hey? So I just have a packing brush, which I'm going to dampen. All right, I'm going to go into BGA. This one definitely seems flaky. So it's got a lot of kind of looser pigment to it. Oh, all right, I want to try my finger. Okay, finger definitely a million times better than with a brush. I'm glad I didn't cut the crease because it can be hard to be direct with a finger. So this is definitely kind of like a foiled-y type shadow. Almost like you can press multiple layers on to your lid as you use it. I don't know about the texture. It is definitely a different kind of texture. It is nice and soft, but especially on this side, like you can see the kind of texture that it brings up. I'm now gonna go in with I Open at the Close, again with my finger. Very pigmented. This is dry too. So I'm gonna tap this on in the center. So this one is, yeah, this one's more of a glitter, whereas the other one's more metallic-y foiledness. So maybe I did get an extra formula than what I thought. I thought I only got the two, but it has been a while since I've done, you know, since this arrived. So it seems to have a kind of glittery reflect to it. Whew. Holy balls, I want to try it wet as well. So I think wet does kind of compact it in a little bit more. I'm gonna go back in with BGA and just try and blend those two together because I don't want the gold to be too pronounced. I'm having issue with the BGA on a brush, so definitely with my finger it's just working a lot better. I'm gonna go and do the rest of my foundation, base makeup, and then we'll be back to do the lower lashes. Just gonna do a liner. So liner today, I wanted to show you guys this new baby. This is new from the Quick Flick, one of their latest colors. It is green. You guys know my love for green, so it's about time. If you guys have not seen any of my Quick Flick videos, definitely check them out. I'll link them down below for you guys to see more of an in-depth tutorial, but I'm just gonna stamp these on for perfect wings instantly. Back into the shadows. I'm gonna go in with Wicked Sticks. And we're gonna do this on the lower lash line. This almost does seem to have a bit of like a bluey kind of hued reflect to it. It's definitely not like a foresty khaki kind of green. I'm gonna go in with some Bill's balls. Soften out underneath. I'm gonna go in with Milky. It's inner corner under my brow bone. It is quite glittery. Do you want to try the Milky shade as a highlighter as well? It's quite nice. Definitely has like some chunkier kind of glitters to it. Normally, you know, I would not do that many shadows in one look, but I did want to use each and every single one of them in an eye look to see how they performed, and I am impressed. I definitely love the mattes. I think the mattes work beautifully together. They're pigmented, literally no fallout. They blend well together, and you can definitely build them up for a really intense color payoff. The kind of metallic-y shades, I have to double check on the formula, but I'm pretty sure Milky and BGA are very similar formulas. These ones tend to kind of clump up if you use multiple layers in a way. I feel like they do give you your lid a little bit of texture. Maybe I just applied too much, but if you have a look here, right in that inner portion there, you can see like there's a little bit of kind of texture on my lid. Not saying that I guess it's a bad thing. You might just need to go in with a lot less, but definitely with a finger they applied a lot better than they did with the brush. The eye open at the close and Wicked Sticks, they seem to be slightly different formula. They are a little bit kind of firmer in a way, more glittery, whereas definitely the Milky and BGA is really quite soft. All right, I'm just gonna do a few little finger swatches for you guys. I'm not gonna do brush swatches because you've seen all of the shadows with a brush today. Point you down at the crutch. Hello. Okay, so let's just start with some finger swatches. Woman, Ralphie, Bill's Balls. So Bill's Balls texture does feel a lot different to these two texture wise. BGA, Milky, Holy Balls, Eye Open at the close, and lastly Wicked Sticks. So these are all of the shadows together. There you have it. Definitely impressed with the company. I think this is a fantastic idea. If you guys want to give it a go, definitely do. I think the quality of the shadows is really good. It can be lots of fun. Like you can make custom palettes for your friends, you can make them for yourself obviously, but imagine getting this as a present, like, you know, if you've got this personal joke with a friend or something like that. Like that's a great present idea, especially if they do love makeup. So all in all, I am very impressed with this palette. I'm very impressed with the formula of the eyeshadows. I think this company is awesome that you can actually create palettes like this and you can go all out. Like you could create any single palette you've ever wanted. This palette in general, I'm pretty happy with the colors that I picked. I think I can create some kind of versatile looks with this. These first three could be bam, simple, smoky, natural kind of bronzed look. Pump it up more with some Holy Balls, or you could do like a green kind of smoky eye with these colors. So I think it's quite a kind of well-rounded palette in a way. I'm pretty happy with my choices. Anyway, rainbows, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts of this palette. And yeah, I love you guys. I will see you all in my next video as well.